the principal of Exchange Orange School.
Yes,
And
indeed.
we are here to speak on his tenure and also what he has done so far and what he is looking to achieve in the coming future. So, Mr. Munfree, how long have you been here?
Well, I've been principal here for the past 7 years, from 2015. It has been a very interesting journey. We have managed to raise a lot of standards in
Yeah,
terms of the academic performance of our students.
yeah,
Also, we have been excelling in athletics. We would have turned out several students who would have received scholarship to several schools. Um, as far as in Homewood Technical,
yeah,
we have sent students to the St. Jacob.
yeah,
Also, we have one Anthony Cox. He would have
yeah,
just recently represented us
yeah.
at the World
That's our
Games.
work, yeah.
We would have had several successes. Students like Rashid Edwards is now overseas on a scholarship.
Yeah.
He used to attend Monument. And we have young Tashira Johnson, who would have just broken a national record at the
Yeah.
primary school
Yeah.
championship. And we would have had students who would have done pretty well in the football competition, in sport competition over the years. They would have received scholarship also and is at a football academy. So we have been making great strides
In both sports and academic.
in both sports and the academy. We have also been doing outreach program where we assist needed persons within the communities. But recently we will be having several challenges in terms of printing of materials and so on.
Yeah.
Our risograph machine that we had that was destroyed. So we are currently out of a printing unit. I mean, if we could get some assistance in purchasing one, that will be helpful. Also, just small printers to do, just to print a test item or just a photocopy that can be used. I mean, we're in the technological age, and it would be nice if we could get some assistance in purchasing some multimedia protectors
Yeah.
that can be used in the classroom. So those are some of the things that we are having immediate need for. Also, we have been having challenge with our computer room. Some of the computers they are old,
Oh, yeah.
so we would want to replace some of those. Some have been out of use. So if we can get some assistance in purchasing some units for the computer room, we'll be gratefully thankful
In
for that.
regards to computers, have you made an application to the MOE or the Ministry of Information for tablets?
Well, we would have received tablets from the government
Yes.
and also partnership with Sanders Foundation.
Good.
So
Good.
we would have received tablet for students. But we cannot fill all the
All
needs
in needs, yes.
because we have currently over 400 students here. And the tablets that we would have received would amount to maybe about 100 and so on.
So there's still a
So
need.
there is still a
Already.
greater need to have
Yes.
more gadgets for the students to work with. So in the assistance that is given will be appreciated.
Okay, that's very, very important.
Also, we are encouraging the students to do greater work as it relates to the science subjects and so on.
Yes, then.
So I mean, definitely if we could get some equipment to support the labs and so on, then all those will be appreciated as well.
I have to make special mention of I toured the facility, and it is a very, very clean facility. And we know you have a lot of small kids. How do you manage to have such small kids, 400 children in total, right? With also a staff, but the grounds are immaculate.
We have some very efficient staff members, the ground coordinator.
Yeah,
Um, but we also encourage students that cleanliness is next to
yeah,
godliness. We ensure that we have bins placed in strategic areas so the students can dispose their garbage. We try to provide bins as possible in the classroom. But you know, sometimes it is challenging to have a bin in each class. But we have managed to be able to keep the class, the environment at a level. We're still not at the perfect level that we'd want to have it. So we continue to encourage the students to ensure that they keep the surroundings clean.
For your long-term vision of this great institution, what is it that you envision in the long term? Let's say 10 to 15 years.
10 to 15 years, we would want to see an expansion of the playfield. We have been putting out some good athletes, so we would want to, there's a plot of land next door that is for sale. We would mind be able to be in a position where we can acquire that, so we could expand on the playfield, maybe put a decent 200-meter track so that the students can be more comfortable in terms of practicing and so on. We would want to also embark on putting in an early childhood center, also an infant department, so that land could also be used to house that. So definitely, then we are short on office space and so on. So we could increase on that in terms of building some offices over there. We could even develop an homework program, a learning center, where students can go and access the facilities, get assistance in doing their assignments and stuff like that.
And also serve the community for remedial education.
And also to assist with remedial work in the community, because here we have been housing some of the parents too, with several programs from the Artrus NT and so on. So it's just a broader scope that we'll be able to operate from. Also, we could be using it as an outreach center as well. So, you know, it's just great ideas, and we wish that people will come on board and give strength and support to this, because the community needs that. We live in a community with a low socioeconomic background, but it does not mean that we must continue to operate in that space. We would want to ensure that we are building the product that our students can compete globally on the global stage, so we can better exchange and the environs of exchange.
And that's a very wise and strong point to finish on. And I thank you, Mr. Montu, and I encourage you stay the path and continue on your great journey.
Thank you very much for being on.
And with my help, I will definitely push the effort to increase the capacity here of the wonderful stewardship that you and your staff has lent to the community.
May I also say in closing though that the ministry also is embarking on adding another 5 classrooms, because we are having a problem with space. So we want to provide adequate space for our students to learn. So that's another venture that we would want to do, because that's just about 20 by 20. The newly built classrooms will be about 24 feet. Okay. So a bit bigger space. Also, we're in need of a library, a space
for a library
to operate in. We had a very small space, but we have outgrown that. So we want to expand that. All right. Because reading makes a man, definitely.
And thank you, Mr. Martin. Thank you.